A source close to the Iranian nuclear negotiating team has told Press TV that Tehran will not give up its right to enrich uranium under any conditions. High representatives from Iran and the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany will meet in Geneva on Thursday. They will discuss Iran's nuclear program. Tehran considers enrichment as its inalienable right under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Press TV has learned that Iran will be open to talks on the amount and level of enrichment, but it will not agree to shipping out its enriched uranium. Iran has called on the Western side to engage in serious and substantive negotiations. Meanwhile, Israel is trying its best to prevent a possible nuclear deal between Iran and the West. And its US-based lobbyists, particularly American Senators Bob Menendez and Mark Kirk, are pressuring the Congress into increasing the sanctions on Iran. Those sanctions have cut supplies of vital medicines for cancer patients and hemophiliacs in Iran. Let's talk to Hamid Reza Mahdi, Press TV Newsroom Director. Welcome, sir. Mr. Mahdi, first of all, what could we expect from the upcoming nuclear talks in Geneva?
Well, it seems like Iran and the permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany will have some real tough time trying to strike a deal in Geneva on Thursday and perhaps on Friday. That's mainly because the Western side has come under increasing pressure from the Zionist lobbies and the American neocons, who are utilizing almost everything in their arsenal to prevent a deal from being struck. The Israelis are insisting that the West must put on table a precondition that Iran will definitely reject. That is a halt to uranium enrichment, which is something that Iran has already called a red line that cannot be crossed under any circumstances. So what happens if the West proposes something that it knows Iran will not accept? That would be the million-dollar question here. What is clear at this point in time is that the Iranian side is very serious about the talks, and if need be, will come up with a plan B type of solution that would definitely disappoint the Israelis. Iran says while it will not give up its nuclear rights, of which the right to enrichment seems to be the most important one, it is ready to show maximum cooperation and transparency to prove to all those concerned that its nuclear work is solely for peaceful purposes. So if the Western side is really concerned about Iran's nuclear program, it's high time that they prove to be a sincere partner in the upcoming Geneva talks and stop listening to the Israelis, whose job is working to trigger another war in the Middle East. Not only is Iran trying to reach a deal with the P5+1 group of countries, it is also trying to reach a landmark deal with the International Atomic Energy Agency. Iran and the IAEA have already had 11 rounds of talks in the past 2 years, and there are high hopes this time around that they will reach an agreement on the so-called past and present issues over the next weeks or months.
All right, we'll leave it there for the time being. Press TV's Hamid Reza Mahdi, Press TV News and Director. Thanks for your time there, sir.